Hey you guys, what's up? How's it going? Welcome to my channel. This is Oracle 9 Divine, and I'm spiritually inclined and here to shine light on the divine and any negative energies around you. But for the most part, this reading is just to bring awareness. It's just a quick energy check-in for the collective. Okay, so I just want to get a quick channeled message to, let's see. I'm sensing like a lot of curiosity with astrology in general on how the stars, align, and when there are changes in our stars and in our planets. I feel like maybe a lot of us are curious about that. I feel like a lot of us have noticed how other people react to the moon and its cycles. Like every time there's like a moon cycle, spiritualists, we protect our spirit, we protect our space, right? Because we know that other people use those days to manipulate people emotionally and subconsciously. And it's like, how do they get that access, right? It's like, how do they get that access? Well, it's kind of, the way I look at it, it's like, when you have like large lines, like at the store, and then randomly they open the store and it's like everybody runs in at once. But sometimes there's a line, and sometimes everybody runs in at once. Okay, so bear with me. What I want to say is, like, the moon, it controls water, right? Energetically, in some way, shape, or form. And if our bodies are made up of mostly water, right, then what does the moon actually do to our bodies, right? And water is so mysterious. The ocean is mysterious. So many things about the universe that is mysterious. So I feel like right now I'm channeling people who are curious about the mysteries, and I feel like you want to know more, or maybe I want to know more. I guess I would say it's, to never stop learning. Definitely, if anybody is like curious, you're new to spirituality, you're new to my channel, and you're like, yeah, I have been thinking about that. Well, like, the first place I started was my birth chart mainly, right? And then you get into the planets and things like that, nature. So I guess I could say it's more about how you can worry about yourself, in a sense. Worry about your own birth chart. Worry about how the moon functions through you. How does the moon energy function through you during these moon cycles? And how do you see it functioning through the people around you? How do they treat you? What type of conversations do they have? Like, why are people so triggered during moon cycles? All right, let me just get into this energy. Heartache and loss. 5 of Cups energy. 3 of Swords energy. Okay, so it's like, how does the moon affect the way we feel, like deep in our heart, right? Our heart is connected to everything. So when our heart is in alignment, other things tend to flow. Like what? Spiritual strength and authority. Like actual authority. Like, I feel like God has authority over any kind of spiritual strength that anybody thinks that they have. There's nobody that comes before God, okay? So it's like spirituality heals these types of emotions with heartache and loss, right? Heartache and loss, we all can relate to heartache and loss. There's nobody exempt from heartache and loss. Spirituality is something that everybody has access to, and the only way to get through here is to get through any type of heartache and loss, because the heart chakra needs to be in full balance in order for you to manifest positively and attract things instead of chasing after things, right? Spirituality is a great way to help, like, lead the way, right? Guide the way with spiritual strength. I feel like people who are spiritually strong, you know, they know themselves. They've studied themselves. They've studied others and the way others react. Okay, this authority energy, okay, I'm seeing it as seriously as God, spirituality, and us as human beings living through experiences that are meant to shape us. Instead of seeing what we go through as heartache and loss, why don't we look at it like this is training? This is just training for something bigger. That's one way to look at it. That's one way to look at heartache and loss. This was just training for something better. This is training you to understand that you deserve better. When you lose something, it makes us question, like, was it really ours to begin with? Like, what actually belongs to us? What do we have authority over? Our own spiritual strength. So it's like, how do you exercise this spiritual strength? By taking your losses and making it into some type of medicine for something or somebody. Like, say, you know, you went through a terrible situation where you lost a business partner, right? You guys had petty arguments, and there were petty arguments, miscommunication, and you lost a good business partner. So now you're able to let your future employees or business partners, you know, you're able to start with a clean slate, and you're able to say, okay, this didn't work out because of this didn't work out because of that. So now for my next situation, my next business partner, I'm going to communicate effectively. I'm going to do this and that, and I'm going to spread the word like, hey, I lost a good job. I lost a good partner by not communicating effectively. And I'm going to share my experience so that way you guys could learn something from it. And it's like, people are going to take the information the way they want it to. They're going to take it or leave it. And it's like, it's out of our control. You know, the person giving the advice or the person giving the information, it's out of your control. But the purpose is to spread the awareness. You know, like, I'm feeling heartbroken and lost right now, but it's not the end of the world. This is what happened to me, and this is how I'm going to make it better. I'm going to grow in spiritual strength. I'm going to grow my spiritual strength. I'm going to grow my spirituality. I'm going to find peace. I'm going to heal my heart. I'm going to follow God's authority. I'm going to understand that nothing comes before God. Right? Another way I'm seeing this is that somebody here literally goes from being heartbroken to being spiritually strong to being the main man in charge. It took a heartbreak to get somebody to see, hey, the laws of the universe do exist. The laws of karma is definitely real. And there is authority. There is divine authority that needs to be followed in order to not avoid situations like this, but in order to know how to handle situations that bring us heartache and loss, pain and suffering, anger. So I'm seeing a total transformation in a lot of people right now with this moon, full moon in Aquarius, the blue moon in Aquarius, right? There had to be some situations that needed to be just over with, right? I feel like saying full moons are for releasing and new moons are for manifesting, if I'm not mistaken. I mean, anybody can believe what they want, take messages how they want. I don't have control over the way you receive my messages. Only you have control, okay, of yourself. So just a little sidebar. All right. At the bottom of the deck, we have movement, choices, and decisions. Exactly. We all have the right to our own movements, choices, and decisions. There is nobody out there who's responsible. You're responsible for your own karma. Sadly, but we are all responsible for our own heartache and losses. We're responsible for the way we take those things. We are responsible for creating space internally for this spiritual strength. Because sometimes we're so full of what happened, what was, what we had, what was lost, what was broken, that we don't have the time or the capacity to actually experience this spiritual strength that is here for all, under the condition that you know who's in charge. But everybody has choices, okay? Everybody has choices. So I'm gonna go ahead and take a look at like the karmic astrology of this energy for everybody collectively. Universe, angels, and spirit guides. The message for the collective regarding karmic astrology. And this is the professional high priestess oracle deck. I just have to mention her. She has a channel here on YouTube and her readings are amazing. Yeah, so these messages from this deck come straight from her energy, okay, which is a strong and fierce, force to be reckoned with kind of energy. In a good way. All good things, all good things. All right, so what's the message from the professional high priestess karmic astrology deck? What's the message here? What is the message, and how can we grow with this moon phase? Let me cut the deck. Message for the collective. Message for the collective. We have Mercury in the house. Communication, logic, reasoning. It made a noise, but let's just keep going. Let's get a flyer. So we have Mercury here. It says here, your Mercury sign dictates how you will process, then digest information. We have a deacon in the house. Whoa. This is huge. And we have North Node. Wow. This is amazing. You guys, this is amazing. Okay, bottom of the deck, we have Aries, war. So undermining you, right? Unbeknownst to you, it's like the first sign of the zodiac rules over the head and blood vessels. All right, this Aries energy card represents action, decisiveness, rulership, Ruled by Mars, the planet of war, Aries is prone to violent tendencies. The karmic aspects of Aries energy represents addiction, over impulsive behavior, and obsession with domination. Aries rules the first house, which represents our physicality. This card indicates a need to balance out the Aryan energy in your life. So, a lot of you guys watching, or maybe the collective watching that resonate, you know, you guys are prone to popping off, okay? That energy needs to be looked at. The way we approach situations, people, places, and things. And I'm speaking to myself as I say this as well. So there's nobody exempt from the message. Everybody can use this type of healing. But this is all about anger management, if you ask me. And it's about controlling that, using what we have, using this spiritual strength, using this knowledge from past heartaches and losses. Okay? Using what you've been through to control your anger, control your emotions, control the war energy in you. So Mercury talks about communication, how we communicate with others. It says your Mercury sign, so whatever you have in your birth chart under Mercury, it can overpower your predominantly placements, being your sun, moon, and rising. So it's like whatever sign you have in your Mercury could definitely overpower the way you truly are, right? So it's like the house in which your Mercury sits will also provide insight into where your mental focus will go. So it's like, where's your mental focus? Because here it's saying mental focus is on what you've lost, heartaches and what you've lost. This is where your mental focus is at. So there's a need to look at this energy here, where your focus is, how you communicate, your mind, your reasoning, your logic, right? Everything that has to do with controlling of your own mind. With deacons here, it says our subdivisions of signs. Each sign has 3 deacons. Karmic astrology, your deacon placements indicate the added planetary influence on the planet in question. It also identifies the constellation and star system from which you could originate from. Deacons provide deeper insight into the planetary forces that drive the manifestation of planets within our birth chart. So I was talking about the birth chart and how that is a really good way to start, and it's here. So it's like, if you're curious about your spiritual strength and how you can make it better, start with your birth chart and your own astrology, your own placements. You can actually purchase these cards or study what deacons mean, study what Mercury means, study what North Node means, and actually you can, it's like a fill in the blank, like kind of thing when you have your own birth chart on hand. So last but not least, I have here the Authority card and North Node. So North Node is this. North Node is important. This is why I'm going to read this whole message. Our North Node is just as important as our big 3 and our Mercury sign. Your North Node indicates the lessons and attributes to adopt in this lifetime in order to transcend karmic cycles that could have hindered growth in a past lifetime. The house in which your North Node sits indicates with whom and how we learn these lessons and what we are driven towards. This card can indicate a need to focus on developing the attributes and qualities of your North Node. And you can find your North Node in your birth chart, which you can get a free birth chart from the website cafeastrology.com. So I will try to get the link and post it down in the description box below, just in case some of you guys are interested in that. So I'm going to go ahead and go in with another astrology deck here. It's called Astrology Blueprint Oracle by Jennifer Aquarius Tarot, and you can find her Etsy shop under that name, Jennifer Aquarius Tarot. She has many, many, many cool decks of cards. All right. Wow, we have North Node here twice. At the bottom of the deck, we have abundance, stability, finances, fertility, earth. A lot of you guys are trying to just find balance in your finances, grounding, home life. Okay. North Node is a huge focus here, you guys. Soul's lesson, purpose, path, having integrity, authority, using your authority with integrity. North Node. We have empathic, intuitive, sensitive, water, psychic abilities. It's in your stars. You probably have these like empathic ways about you where you can walk into a room and you feel what people are feeling, what they're thinking. You read body language pretty well, I would say. I feel like you can be sensitive to other energies with this card being here, and I feel like in order to know how to protect yourself against negative energy of others, you need to grow your spiritual strength. You need to pray more often. You need to meditate more often. Sit in silence. Think about God and the higher source, right? You need to allow yourself to be a better person. Your highest, like the highest version of you. The best version of you. Right? Then you get spiritually stronger that way. You have a bigger connection to your intuition. You believe more in spirit, in God, in spiritual forces that are here to help us. The first two cards to come out were Pluto and Pisces. So we have transformation, cycles, rebirth, death, evolve. With this moon cycle, it's really bringing this energy of ending things, right? Because we have heartache and loss. This is under heartache and loss. Endings, right? Endings that are forcing us to evolve. And sometimes it's uncomfortable. Like, it's uncomfortable. Do you think it's comfortable for a caterpillar to transform into a ladybug? If you do, you're wrong. It is very uncomfortable. They actually turn into mush. And then, like, their little particles start to form into this butterfly. It takes cycles to end in order for newer cycles to begin. See all of your endings and any type of lessons and heartache and losses. See them as energy that's going to flow away as you evolve, as you allow yourself to evolve. Then we have Pisces, adoring, escapist, dreamer. With this Pisces card and this water sign card here, it makes me feel like you guys are very intuitive, but you're also very like maybe you could possibly be a dreamer, like it says, a dreamer. You think a lot. You live in your mind a lot. And I feel like it's time to bring this to the 3D. Learn to manifest and really, really bring things to you, right? Or attract things, I should say. If you're chasing after something, it's because it's running away from you. And in the bigger scheme of things, when something is attracted to you, it's just hard to hide. It's really hard. It's really hard to hide those types of energies, emotions. When you run after things, it's like, okay, why are you running after? Why are you chasing something? No, let's attract. Let's bring these ideas, bring these manifestations, bring these fantasies, if you will, bring these things to the 3D by transforming, allowing the transformation, by making those plans and connecting more with yourself intuitively and your spirit guides, your own spirit. Focusing on the North Node and moving forward, being your very best self. using your power and authority with integrity. And you will win. You will win. Quick message with the tarot cards. Let's use this one. Universe, angels, and spirit guides. A quick collective message. The aftermath of this moon cycle. Moon cycle aftermath. Probably gonna do these readings after every moon cycle. Moon cycle aftermath. Okay, we got a little good stack here. So we have the devil card at the bottom of the deck. Okay, toxic, negative energies, addictions. This is what really, really, really is trying to, like, your body is trying to sweat these things out. It really is. Seven of Swords, betrayal, you know, lying, deceptive energy, plotting, scheming, stealing, thieving. And then we have the Seven of Fire, defending yourself from people. Defending yourself from people who could be betraying you, who could be talking behind your back. Defending yourself against people who lie and steal and cheat and really try to, like, manipulate you. The Emperor, he's here twice. And the Moon. The Emperor and the Moon. What I'm getting from this is controlling your emotions and your subconscious mind to be at a place where you're in control, to be at a place where you're attracting better into your life. Focusing on your subconscious, right? So that you can attract success and a Queen of Pentacles. Having authority over your subconscious thought pattern. Understanding the moon. This is like everything we're talking about. Understanding literally the moon and how it affects us. How it can control us. How our subconscious thoughts are low-key, high-key controlled with the moon energy. Crazy how these pictures, the picture matches up. Like the mountain ends here and then it begins as a dresser here. So somebody's been looking and sitting underneath the moon. Focus on that subconscious mind. Keep working on it. You're doing great. You're doing great. Keep blocking and defending these people trying to plot on you, scheme on you, you know, do you dirty. Keep defending yourself from those people. And you will have victory and success as the Queen of Pentacles or with a Queen of Pentacles. This energy is the bomb. This is successful. This is sales on top of sales, on top of sales, on top of work, clients, healing, whatever it is that you do, right? And this is prestige, high caliber woman, high caliber man, high caliber energy, victorious and high caliber of stature, status, victory. And that is where this reading ends. Thank you guys so much for joining me. I send you guys lots of love and light. Appreciate the people around you. Appreciate the heartache. Appreciate the losses. When you carry the spirit of gratitude through everything you go through, you win. okay? Victory is yours. Thank you guys for watching. I'll see you on the next one.